and shares that love with you. I need to breathe in better before I start this crap. Hey legends, welcome along to the show. This is Here's Rodder's Reviews. I am your host, Rodney Stewart, and of course this is the show that loves all things entertainment and shares that love with you. I need to breathe in better before I start this crap. But we're back. We're going to do another episode of the Transformers. This one here is part one of a three-parter called The Ultimate Doom. The first episode is called Brainwash. And this is a huge episode. Like that's when I say a huge episode, it's your typical standard length of an episode, but there is a heck of a lot going on in this episode. Basically, Megatron has come up with an idea where he wants to build the biggest space bridge ever and transport the entire planet of Cybertron to Earth. And to do that, he's planning on brainwashing a lot of humans and using them as slaves to mine energy on from Earth once Cybertron gets there. That is a backwards way of reviewing this episode. It's just that's the point of this episode, the first part of the three-parter. That's the whole thing. As Megatron's plan to get Cybertron to Earth, but there's a heck of a lot going on here. The episode opens up with Megatron diverting the Autobots to a solar energy plant owned by Maharaja. Starscream, Thundercracker and Skywarp are there. Optimus Prime, Jazz, a whole load of the more powerful Autobots come to fight them off. While that's happening, Soundwave has sent Autobot headquarters, and with the help of Rumble, Ravage and Laserbeak, they kidnap Sparkplug. And that's, looking at this as an adult, watching the Transformers back again, it's a bit of a weird choice that Megatron would kidnap Sparkplug, because, that's just like waving the flag at the Autobots. I'm up to something here. And, yes, but it's a cartoon. Megatron has partnered with a crazy scientist, Dr. Arkeville, I believe his name is. I may actually have screwed that up. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's Arkeville. But he has this crazy human scientist is responsible for the creation of a thing called the Hypnochip that they actually use Sparkplug to test that out on. And it works, and Megatron tests the chip by bringing in a copy of Optimus Prime, a remote copy of him, to see if Sparkplug will react in the way Megatron wants him to react. And of course he does. He attacks Optimus Prime, or the copy of Optimus Prime, so Megatron knows his plan is in the way he wants it to go. Excuse me guys, I'm knackered. I should have slept before I did this video. I am sorry. Please hang in there, stick with me. Of course, Sparkplug been kidnapped by the Decepticons. Of course, the Autobots are going to try and rescue him. So the Autobots attack the underwater base of the Decepticons to save Sparkplug from two angles. There's a lot of good examples of, strategy in this episode. It's just not like you know, fighting each other head to head. You know, just there's no big clashes really, and well, there is a big clash at the end of this episode. Sorry, but the gosh, I just bear with me, guys. It's not your point blank fighting straight on there, good versus evil stuff. It's there's a lot of strategy and the way the Autobots and the Decepticons fight each other within the first couple of confrontations in this episode. Of course, Megatron diverted the Autobots at the start to kidnap Sparkplug, and the Autobots kind of do the same. Optimus Prime and a whole load of the Autobots do a full frontal attack on Decepticon headquarters, while some of the other Autobots are actually drilling in below the surface of the ocean, or the floor of the ocean, tunneling up and below the actual Decepticon ship to rescue Sparkplug. So there's a lot of that going on. Of course, Sparkplug, he's rescued, taken back to Autobot headquarters, where Spike starts to realise that there's something's just not right here with Sparkplug. While the Autobots are getting repairs done, Sparkplug is actually sabotaging the Autobots' weapons and some of their systems and whatnot, and he's actually turned off the early warning systems of Teletran 1, so the Decepticons attack Autobot headquarters, and of course there's no early warning system, so they're on there, get the drop in the Autobots, and they're so close to actually destroying everyone. But thankfully, Spike, when he's running for cover, he trips over a wrench on the floor next to Teletran 1, and he realizes that it belongs to Sparkplug. So that's the start of the confrontations between father and son in this story, which is it's emotional stuff for a cartoon, where the places where it goes between Sparkplug and Spike and this story, the three-parter story. We'll get more into that in two videos time, sorry. But Spike manages to get, he throws a wrench in the works, literally throws a wrench in the works. He throws it into Teletran thinks that the place is on fire, and it starts foaming the whole place down, and that's what drives the Decepticons off. It's fire is hard, and foam is messing up their circuits and whatnot, and they need to retreat, because if they stay they'll get damaged beyond repair, blah blah blah. And, it's just off they go. Retreat, Decepticons! And that's the Autobots saved there. So we get to the end of this episode, which is the big surprise for the Autobots. They have still got no idea about Megatron's plan for enslaving the humans through this hypno chip. They turn up to where the space bridge, the giant space bridge, is situated, and they're about to attack, and of course Megatron unleashes the human slaves on the Autobots. Of course, the Autobots can't fight properly because the humans are there. Optimus Prime straight away, hold your fire, Autobots, we can't fight with these humans. But of course the humans are under control of the Decepticons, so they're let loose on the Autobots. There's not much they can do but take whatever the humans are going to give them here. Optimus Prime, Megatron clash on one of the platforms. There's three antennas of this space bridge that need to be activated, because if this end of the space bridge isn't activated whenever shockwave on Cybertron actually starts to transport on his end, if these three pylons aren't active, Cybertron will be completely destroyed, into the void, and that'll be it, game over. Sparkplug, hits the on button for the first pylon, gets it started. I believe Thundercracker, maybe Skywarp. He gets the second one activated. Of course, Megatron and Optimus Prime are fighting on the third one, and Megatron is like an inch away from pressing the button to get Pylon 3 activated, and Optimus Prime has him stopped. He's got him like in a bear hug sort of thing, and he's like, "You're not doing it, Megatron." And Megatron's like, "Of course I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it for me." That is the thing about Megatron. He is brutal, and that's why I like Megatron far better than Galvatron. Even though they're the same character, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. We're bringing Galvatron into this right now. We'll get into that once we get to that stage in the reviews. But Megatron, complete nut job, head case. If he decides he's going to do something that's going to destroy a planet, he's like, his mind is made up, and you know, he just puts it on Optimus Prime's shoulders. If you don't press this button, Cybertron will be destroyed. And Optimus Prime's like, he's caught in the decision, you know, do I save my home or do I save the Earth, sort of thing. But there's still a huge population of Cybertronians still living on Cybertron, so of course he can't sacrifice an entire planet. So he has no other option but to press the button, activates the space bridge, Earth turns up. Of course this is going to cause problems because of Cybertron, but in the atmosphere of Earth it's going to cause earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, you name it. There's going to be a lot of natural disasters, and that's what Megatron is banking on. And that's why he has enslaved the human race with these hypnochips, so they'll actually collect the energon for him, and he can transport that to Cybertron quickly enough because it's right there in the sky. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please hit that subscription button and don't forget to press that bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Please get into the description box below this video and check out my social media links down there. Check out all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next video.